question that's posed here is, how long do you have to file a lawsuit should you be injured? And the answer in the state of New York, it's generally 3 years from the date of the accident. It's not when you first feel pain. It's not when you first appear to be injured. So in a hypothetical sense, if someone's involved in an accident and then 3 years and 1 day goes by, and at that point that person feels pain, you can't go to your lawyer and say, or a lawyer and say, hey, can you bring a lawsuit? Because you will be out of time. The statute of limitations is an absolute defense to being able to commence and prevail on a lawsuit. Okay. There are exceptions to the 3 years. The largest exception is if you're involved in a car accident where the at-fault vehicle is a municipality. In that instance, your time period is shortened to 1 year and 90 days. And with respect to further conditions proceeding to bring in that lawsuit, you must file a notice of claim with the authority, the municipality that's at fault for the accident, within 90 days after the accident occurs. The failure to do that causes all sorts of logistical issues that you don't really wish to endure. Now, there's another exception, is the Port Authority of the state of New York and New Jersey. These are the vehicles you'll find at the major bridges and tunnels, entering and leaving New York and New Jersey, as well as the airports, JFK, LaGuardia, and some of the terminals, the water terminals, right? In that instance, if you're involved in an accident with a vehicle that's owned by the Port Authority, the statute of limitations is 1 year from the date of accident, and as an additional condition precedent, you must file a notice of claim 60 days before you file the lawsuit. So if you do the math on that one, if it's a Port Authority case, a notice of claim must be filed, I would say generally before the 10th month after the accident. That'd be the the easier way to go about it. The other issue in terms of statute of limitations, very interesting. If a person's involved in an accident, the victim is a minor, under New York law, there's a thing called the infancy toll. There's also a thing called an insanity toll also, by the way, if you want to get esoteric about it all. If someone's like a lunatic, you can use that word anymore, out of their mind. Those are actually legal terms. The statute of limitations is told, that is, it stops. We'll talk about the minor until the minor turns 18, and then at that point, the toll elapses. So if someone is 7 years old and involved in a motor vehicle accident, you technically would have 14 years to bring the lawsuit. Again, generally, it's not something you would do. You'd bring the lawsuit as quickly as possible, because if you've listened to my other videos, one of the issues is the longer a case, longer that elapses from when a case would go to trial, as to when the accident occurred, you run into bigger issues. For instance, gaps in treatment, not treating, and other issues. So you would like to, if it's a minor, you want to bring the case as soon as possible. And I hope you find this information helpful.